This week on the podcast we have
Star Wars Battlefront and lawn darts.
Game of Thrones, a Telltale game series, and accents.
The Witcher III and Bloodborne bosses.
Assassin's Creed and Halo confusion.
You can hear about this and a whole lot more on the official Team DBAH Podcast number 117. Come join us, why don't you? Hello and welcome to the official Team DBAH Podcast number 117. You know, just like Killzone. I'm Charlie Danger 82, and with us tonight we have Craig.
Hello.
We have Heather.
Yo.
And you're rocking a Jeremy Sisto-esque voice, because I just introduced Jeremy Sisto to these wonderful people. Except for Craig, because Craig knew already. Jake!
It's me. Hello.
See, sounds just like him, doesn't it?
Like Jeremy Sisto, whoever that is.
Wow.
Is he at all related to the person that made Cisco?
Yes. Absolutely.
What about the guy that made
internet
Crisco?
to everyone. To Frisco Town? Maybe.
I said Crisco, but also Frisco Town, I guess.
So, it's episode 117. Just
strong.
like Spartan 117. And conveniently, we are a week late. We could have timed this with the release of Halo, but we don't think that far ahead. So, anyone who does not know the significance, the lead character in Halo, Master Chief, is John 117.
How would we have planned that ahead? I mean, the only episodes we skip are like around Christmas time. So, like last Christmas, we would have like had to predict that Halo would come out at this time.
Yes.
Yes.
We should have been more prepared, is what I'm saying.
Well, you know.
So funny story.
What I'm saying
about
is,
Halo.
you guys dropped the fucking ball big time on that one, and I'm disappointed in all of you.
Why'd you give me the ball? You never give me the ball. I told you that first day.
Randall has informed me from the sound booth that it's also we skipped an episode when he was sick, so it's all Randall's fault, is what I'm hearing.
Oh,
so.
and when he had his new child.
Yeah, also that.
Well, shit, Randall.
Randall's definitely
There you have it.
kind of guy, definitely not a Halo guy. So that's
I gotta move. Wow, I gotta move my. Well, he does like Black Ops. He doesn't like the regular Call of Duty stuff. I gotta move my chair so I can see Randall in the sound booth. Wouldn't that be awesome?
It's the only thing I'm good for. Don't
Does
do
anyone
that.
else find ironic that Randall's in the sound booth, but he has the most noisy sound?
Oh,
No one? Alright, good talk.
No one else knows that, Heather. It's only us that know that.
Okay. If you say so.
but Heather, isn't all sound noisy?
No.
Oh.
I mean, technically, on
No.
some level, it is. He's right, Heather.
I did a thing. So, yes, it's happy Spartan podcast episode to everybody.
Speaking of Halo,
What?
Solid
What's
job.
going on?
sir.
I was watching the Rooster Teeth. I want to talk, and you guys never give me an opening. I was watching
Charlie, what
the
you got
Rooster
upstairs?
Teeth extra live stream. It will kill you.
Yes. Wow. So the extra live stream, yes, go on.
And they were playing Halo. Well, they were playing Halo 5 multiplayer. However, it took me a couple hours because I wasn't actually watching it completely, but it took me a couple hours to figure out that they're playing Halo multiplayer. So I was sitting there and I was like, that doesn't look like Halo because it's like slightly differently shell shaded and slightly cartoonish. And so I'm like, that must be something else. I'm like, that must be some game. I don't know what it is. And so I was like, I don't know. So and no one else could answer my question in the room. So I was like, well, I don't know. I'll figure it out later. And then I was watching it at one point. I'm like, wait. That's a battle rifle. There's another gun that I forgot the name of that has a pod name in it. And I was like, wait. Confused. Is this Halo? So what I'm trying to say is, I don't understand what Halo looks like anymore.
I had the same problem.
Oh, good.
When we were playing Warzone, for the first time, there's something that feels very different about it. It doesn't exactly feel like Halo anymore.
It just looks very cartoony, so didn't have like that, I don't know, it had like some, I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't have like the realistic lines it did.
Yeah, it especially in Warzone, because there's so much going on, textures don't pop up as quick as they should on some things, and the basic Marines just have no lines whatsoever on them that spawn on your base when you've taken over the base. And it's just like, I don't know, it's like, campaign looks really good, but it just seems like in multiplayer, they sacrificed the look of the thing to, like, I guess the gameplay aspect. Like they focus more on technical things as opposed to visual things, and I think it suffers
fair.
for it.
I would rather do gameplay than like graphics, but like I don't know how good the gameplay is for multiplayer Halo.
I mean, the thing was,
it hasn't changed much, so
even when we decided we were going to do Slayer after we did Warzone, a lot of the maps, because I was just going up the list of maps, a lot of them are just like virtual spaces. So it's a lot of like it looks like you're in Tron and a lot of the levels, and it's just like, okay. I heard that though, with this patch, Blood Gulch is coming back to Halo 5, so I will be very happy to look at that, and I'd really like to play some big team battle as opposed to just Warzone or any of that stuff.
What's the difference?
Yeah, I can't decide if I want Halo. I don't really want it, but I want to play with you guys, so there's that.
Yeah. You asked what the difference is with Halo?
Yeah, with Warzone and
Big team battle.
Yeah.
Big team battle is just like we're all used to, like we used to play. Warzone is, okay, you have the rival team of Spartans, you have your team of Spartans, and you have like regular elite or Promethean enemies that come in while you're fighting each other. It's a mix of like control points, fighting these special captains that come in, and fighting the other team. So you've got like 3 continuous wars going on at the same time. And it's interesting. It's a lot of coordination, but if you didn't at midnight start playing and keep playing for hours and hours on end since the game came out, it's extremely imbalanced, I think. I mean, those are my thoughts on it. I mean, for what I've played in it, and we played for a good solid, and this was a week at launch too, we played for a good solid 2 hours, and I was playing with some of the best Halo players we have on our team, and we were still getting our asses kicked. So it's like, it's kind of weird that, because I mean, when we would play before, things were somewhat balanced. I mean, there was that time when we ruined that kid's birthday party really badly.
Hey, what happened?
Okay, so we were playing Halo 4 one night. It was a debauchery. And we all spawned in. I know definitely Trevor was there. We all spawned in, and the team we were fighting, something was just a little off about them. Number one, they all had like the same service tags. Not the service tags, but they all kind of had the variations of the same like gamer tag.
Mm-hmm.
And we noticed, like, I ran up, I was running across the bridge, and I saw one of them, and I went to draw down on him, but then I noticed that they were kind of looking up and shooting, and then looking down and shooting, and going kind of in a circle. So we noticed that all of them were kind of doing this. And as opposed to saying, oh, these guys are just kids, maybe we should take it easy, we totally rocked them. Any chance we got, there was assassinations, there were beatdowns, there was shooting, we just destroyed them, and I think we ruined a 5-year-old's birthday party, because that's kind of what 5-year-olds shouldn't be playing Halo anyway. What the hell?
Whoops.
Don't let young kids have live accounts. It ends badly.
Don't. And then it just breeds like horrible behavior, like you see in the videos where, you just hear kids saying these totally deplorable, horrible things that you gotta ask, where the hell are the parents?
Yeah, kid gamers are the worst.
They really are the worst. They're either really naive, or they're just like trying too hard to be quote unquote grown up and saying things that they have no natural right to say because they don't even know what's going on with that thing. So it's just kids grow to be kids. Don't be in any rush to grow up.
It's true.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Damn it. Get off my lawn.
Also speaking of Halo, it's a pretty Halo-centric episode so far, and I love it.
Started.
So you did. Good job, Heather. Good job.
I said you started it, but it's fine. I'll take it.
No, you kind of started it. I said the 117, but you dragged us into Halo. So
yeah,
well,
it did.
Kicking and screaming, apparently.
Anyway, the only positive reinforcement I've had in a year. Take the compliment. Don't say anything stupid. Anyway, so Boomco, which is a subsidiary of Mattel Toys, have come out with Nerf gun type versions of Halo weapons.
What?
Boomco, which is a subsidiary of Mattel.
Hey, wait, that was my thing. Oh.
No one has.
Look, you have the hey, it's me. You can't have all the things.
You guys had this fight last time.
You can't have all the things, Jake.
Get new material.
No, it's called the classic. Wow. Okay. All right.
Don't.
I like how he came out fighting, and then he was like, "No, it's fine."
He's like, "No, you're right. You're right."
So they came out with these Halo guns that are kind of like Nerf guns, with one very, very distinct difference. See, instead of shooting these foamy, nice little suction cups at people, they instead fire these quote unquote safe, harder plastic darts with what I can only explain as an eraser at the end. So these things actually hurt when they hit you.
Like lawn darts.
Not that graphic, but we're getting there. With the proper modification, we could do this.
Yeah, come on, Craig, keep PG.
Sorry. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people that don't know what lawn darts are. Sad.
Right?
I don't know what a lawn dart is. I did admit that.
See?
I don't know. Is that
I know what a clothing dart is.
Let's put a pin in the Halo guns for a second, because let's discuss lawn darts. Let's bring this to a new generation, Craig.
So, you ever played horseshoes?
Yes.
Right? So you know how that works, right? You gotta throw the horseshoe, get it near the
post.
Yeah.
I do know how it works, but I did get a horseshoe stuck in a tree once. I'm really good at horseshoe.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous.
Oh my.
Well, back in late 80s-ish?
I'd say early to mid 80s.
For television.
They came out with this game, which was a kind of a shoot-off of horseshoes, called Lawn Darts. It worked in the same concept. So they gave you two plastic rings, which kind of looked like hula hoops. You put them, so far apart. There's two teams. And then they had these, they were darts. They were probably I don't know, about 10 inches long. Mm-hmm. And the tip of it was about 3 inches of metal, like an end of a javelin. Basically, you would just throw it back and forth.
Craig, how did you say that word?
Javelin.
Okay.
How did he say the word? He said it the right way.
I was like, I don't get it. I'm confused.
For anyone who doesn't get it, check out our Team Friday Night Debauchery Diablo 3 Friday Night Debauchery video. Anyway, go on.
So in the course of people throwing this back and forth with each other, I guess people got hit in the head a lot, got hurt. So they they banned it. It's no longer allowed to be sold anywhere.
That sounds like something we'd be too dumb to figure out.
It was a lot of, the older kids playing it on family picnics and stuff like that, and the littler kids saying, I want to play, and the older kids saying, okay, go down there and move the ring over. And then the kid forgetting piano wrestlings when, a large dart was lodged in their noggin. So.
Mm-hmm.
And like the shape of it was like a dart you would find when playing regular darts with a dartboard. Yeah, picture that, but 10 inches long. And a 3-inch spike. So, yeah. It was,
Fun
Did you
times.
guys hurt yourself with lawn darts?
I was lucky enough not to get hit by lawn darts.
No.
So
I did have them, though.
my cousins always had them. But I was a naturally frightened child. So I would normally stay at my distance from everything. So.
See, I'm dumb, and we got the horseshoe stuck in the tree, so we decided to try to get out with another horseshoe.
How did that work out?
We got it out. It was fine.
But how
Everyone
did you
still
get it
had
stuck
both
in a
eyes.
tree?
I threw it up really high on accident.
Whoops.
I have a little bit of an... they were metal, too, and I had a little bit of an underhand.
That's the thing with family picnic photos. With with actually my father's side of the family, we would have these big picnics every year, and it was
what was these big picnics? Oh Jesus!
Like I told you, my voice does horrible fucking things when I don't have my Nexium. Anyway,
It changes different accents. It's pretty cool.
yes, it does.
Don't take
Okay.
that anymore.
Anyway,
He turned into Constantine.
we had these picnics all the time.
Matt
Jesus,
Ryan
Eddie.
going on a picnic.
I turn Welsh when I don't have my Nexium.
Did you know
we
he
were
was
playing the horseshoes?
He was Kinway in
Yes.
Black Flag? I had no idea.
Wow.
And
Really?
you're like...
Wow.
We
Anyway,
discussed that on podcast, didn't we?
about 7 of them. I think Jake was there for 6 of them.
Well,
Anyway.
welcome to number 8. Apparently, something you do it 7 times. Now I go to even number 8.
So if you go through family photo pictures of these picnics, I guess my family really liked horseshoes because you'd see the same. You'd see stages of the throw, and then you'd see the other person throwing, and then you'd see the other person throwing. It's like that. It was like in-depth coverage of every horseshoe game that was ever fucking played is documented on film. If you go through any of these albums, it's amazing. But anyway, the subsidiary of Mattel is putting out Halo dart guns. There's a needler.
That shoot lawn darts.
It's actually to scale. The needler is actually to scale, so it's fucking huge. And when you press down on the trigger, the top needles, the top darts that are on top of the gun actually light up. So it's a pretty cool feature.
I want one.
They have, what's that?
I want one.
It's over at Toys R Us. I think that
don't
one
think
is
we have Toys R
$24.99.
Us.
All right, stop the podcast. We're all going to Toys R Us.
No, mine went out of business. What do I do?
You order them
So I
on
go-
Amazon?
Or
So
go to
none
the
of, I
normal
don't
States.
person?
have Toys R Us anymore.
Anyway, there's also a Spartan SMG, the plasma pistol, and the regular magnums. And there's actually a 2-pack of the magnum that I got was a red one, but the 2-pack has a blue magnum and a plasma pistol, so you can duel with people and get hurt. Like lawn darts, cyclical. But okay, so if you don't have a Toys R Us around you, if your Toys R Us has gone out of business like Heather's has, you can always order it on Amazon. I believe that the prices are probably comparable. I picked up my the Magnum for $12.99, so
That's
pretty good. And it's a
American.
very sturdy. Yeah, it's a really sturdy gun too. So
I got my first Nerf gun a year ago.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of Nerf gun was it?
It's white.
Wow.
Racist.
Racist Nerf guns.
Then we have the episode title. Okay.
Episode. Oh God. Oh, maybe that will be the turning point. Maybe this episode will start us naming the podcast episodes.
Oh,
maybe that's
I'm
what's
so
been
glad.
missing.
I'm
Maybe
so
this
glad
is what's been
racist
missing
Nerf
the entire
guns.
time.
It's gonna be
Racist Nerf guns.
It's gonna be the one to start it all.
We'll all have Jake to blame.
Yeah.
Well, hello.
I
Would you expect anybody else to be the racist of the group?
True. He does call me racist a lot, so I think that means he's thinking about it a lot.
Putting that math together in my head, and I was like, "Yeah, this is gonna happen at like 3, 2, and then."
Yes.
He does mention a lot,
Memories.
so that means he's thinking about it a lot.
Wow.
I'm just not even going to dignify that with a response. I'm just not even going to acknowledge that by saying that I don't acknowledge that.
It's like you kind of acknowledged it, but it's fine.
Oh. Wow, this is the like Kobayashi Maru of conversations here. There's just no winning. That's a Star Trek reference.
I got it. I was trying to remember where it was from.
It's
She
with
got
Chris
it.
Pine. It's with Chris Pine. You know, tricks the system and stuff. He eats that apple.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He tricks the
That's the
Quinto.
Bible.
Yep.
Oh.
Yes. Chris
What'd she
Pine
say?
and the Quinto are in the Bible.
Like, the response to eats the apple. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, I think that's some fan fiction when Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto are in the Garden of Eden. I think that's probably someone's done that, right? That's got to be on.
It was
Has
almost
to have
Adam and
happened
Steve.
before.
It was just Chris and Zach.
The translation errors, they're pretty rampant.
Like they said, it wasn't Adam and Steve. It was Chris and Zach. We figured it out.
This is
Your
amazing.
move, atheists.
Wow. Okay, so these are awesome revelations we're having tonight. We've explained the lawn darts to the masses. We have started naming the podcast, and we've challenged the atheists. Interesting.
Nice nutshelling.
This is a podcast for the ages.
Rock of Ages?
No, we're not going into Def Leppard right now.
Damn it.
So,
but spandex.
Yeah, I'm impressed she knows who Def Leppard is.
dude, I just shit myself.
Unrelated to that.
I took a class for history rock and roll in college. I should at least know something.
Oh wow.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it was whole class,
Alright.
and I got credit for
Didn't
it.
know that was a class. All right.
A pretty awesome
Lots of
class.
fun.
It's
It's really hard to get into.
Back when we
imagine.
were in college, Craig, I took that history of motion pictures class. That was awesome.
Those are called movies, Charlie.
The name of the class was history of motion picture.
Wow.
What'd I do?
Did you have to watch Citizen Kane?
No, but we did watch M, which was a
Is that the prequel
Film
to
is-
James Bond? Is that what that
no.
is?
That was
No.
a
No, it was a
it was
prequel
a
to
movie
N.
with Peter Lorre. It was
Oh.
an early German expressionistic film, and it was about a child killer in Germany. And it was fucking rad as shit.
I love the
'Cause-
expressionistic movement in cinema.
Jesus.
Have you no homes to go to?
But homes to go to.
Off
fine.
the rails it goes.
I just
Off
made
the
a
rails.
reference to myself because I thought that was from something, but then I realized it was from something no one's ever heard.
Wow.
It's fine.
The in jokes get inner here on the Team DBAH podcast.
I thought it was from something else, and right when I said it, I was like, oh wait, that's from a Celtic CD that no one's listened to. It's
Wow.
fine.
So the movie.
I did it!
You did it. I'm so
I
proud of you.
win!
Speaking of things that are bleak and depressing,
you win everything. No, wait. The reason that we watched this film, other than that it was fucking rad, was because there was one particular scene where, even though it was made in the 20s, it had some of the most amazing editing that I've ever seen. Basically, the cops and the underworld were both looking for this killer. And it was trying to show the parallels on how when, however evil or just a side is, when you're facing this kind of monster, basically they become the same. Lines get blurred, and they'll use the same tactics, they'll use the same things to confront this greater evil. And all the underworld, like, mob bosses were assembled in a room, and all the cops were assembled in a room, and, like, one would step up and say, okay, we need to go over here, and they'd draw something, like, they were plotting something out on a chalkboard, and as one would reach up, the other faction would be completing that motion, and the cutting was perfect between the two scenes, and it really just showed the awesome parallel between the two of them basically becoming the same in fighting this, in trying to find this one horrible person. It's from a filming standpoint, I highly recommend it. Like, it's an expressionistic film, so the moves are very grandiose, and it's very, like, there are not subtle things in this movie. But if you ever get the chance, and if you really like old films, just watch M. It's just really cool, just the letter M. So go on.
Is it silent or talkie?
It's a talkie.
Oh, okay.
It's a talkie. So you were saying bleak and depressing, Jake.
Oh, the last episode of Game of Thrones, a Telltale series, came out this week.
Oh?
Yeah. Because I thought they were going to do the normal Xbox 360 thing where, like, it comes out for everything but 360 on Tuesday, and then Wednesday 360 finally gets it. Turns out it came out on time this week. So, but I didn't know that. So, like, around 11:45 p.m., I was like, I should check this, and I was like, it's on. So I was like, I'll wait an hour and then play this 2-hour game because I have to, and because I'm not gonna not do that. So yeah, I'll make a bad personal decision. It's, I think, easily the least enjoyable of any Telltale series.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a good game, but it's definitely, like, not on par with any of their other stuff, if that makes sense. And I'm a big fan, so, I don't regret buying it, but, like, I don't think it's weird because, at least in my playthrough, again, I don't know how many different other endings there are, but in my ending, they're like, cliffhanger for season 2, and I'm like, why? Like, what's the point of doing this? Like, why would you make a season 2? Like, in Walking Dead, that's fine. They have a whole country to play with or whatever, and there's no, like, intriguing, like, it doesn't really cross over with, like, the main TV show or the series. But, like, with Game of Thrones, it constantly uses characters that are involved in the story, in the main story. And, like, I feel like that kind of hampers it a bit, because at one point, for anyone who doesn't watch the show, there's this guy called Ramsay Snow, and he's, like, the biggest prick in the series. And, like, you encounter him, and, like, sometimes it gives you the option to, like, try to kill him, but, like, he's alive in the show, so there's no point in even trying to do that. Right. So it kind of, like, defeats the purpose in that regard. It's just really bleak, man. It's like Game of Thrones itself, I guess, and like any of George R. R. Martin's writing. So I guess they succeeded in that. But like, doesn't really make for a great video game experience. I mean, like The Walking Dead was bleak, but at least there was some like good, hopeful stuff that came out of it. Both seasons, for the most part. But I mean, I'm not sure how much I'm spoiling because I think there's a lot of variations on the ending, which is another thing on why you're making a season 2, because there's so many differences in everyone's playthrough. Like, what's the point? But yeah, it was and it was also like it felt like the most rushed because like there were some very unfinished parts like in the quote unquote final battle. like the sound went out a couple times, like not on my TV, like in the game, and like they were like people were talking and they weren't talking, and it would like start to say their line at the very end and they get cut off. So like, you know, there's always those like screen hangings in like almost every Telltale game where like the image will stay static for a while and then it'll keep moving with the scene. But that happened a lot in this episode, and I feel like that was weird. And it's also weird comparing it to Tales from the Borderlands, which was an amazing experience and highly recommend. And that might be honestly one of the best ones. You know, just coming off this doesn't really even compare.
Did it do that thing where like it pretends to give you a decision, but you really don't have a decision?
See, I don't know. There's a huge variation of choices. Like even in the episode before this, there's one choice that impacts the rest of the series, and like going beyond that, I mean, I'm guessing there is, you know, because like because I get why, you know, it gives you the illusion of choice because they can't make a game. They can't make the game go anywhere you want. Like you have to stay on a certain path or whatever. But like the variations of that outcome. But I think there's a whole lot to do in this game, depending on like how much it changes the ending. I don't know that for a fact because I couldn't find anything online like after I was done playing, because it had just come out. So maybe it'll be revealed that really nothing like there's a certain strict structure to the end. But I'm just not 100% on that. So.
You find out it was all a dream.
Yeah. Used to read Word Up magazine.
Right. Does Jon Snow still know nothing? In the game.
He's actually portrayed as the veteran because like it's really weird because in the game you get a lot of analogs. Like you get your like Jon Snow analog and your
Tyrion.
No, not that. Basically, all the Stark family. You have your Stark family analog. There's like Jon Snow. There's the older sister. Who's that?
Sansa?
No. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, there's that girl who's like, and there's some variation on them, but like it was really weird playing. I'm like, this is kind of like a Sansa Starks kind of thing going on right now, or like I'm basically playing someone who's been moved to the wall because of choices. I'm basically Jon Snow and stuff like that. But there's some other good characters, like the character Asher, who's like this banished son of the family who like is like fighting across the sea and stuff like that. He's really cool. But yeah, so that was weird, and I guess it was. Yeah, I don't know, but that was that, I guess.
Did I ever tell you guys about the time, or I think it was last year, at Denver Comic Con, there was graduations going at the same time in another part of the convention center. And so
that's interesting.
There's a bunch of people running around in graduation robes just staring at us, and they're like, what is happening? And then, but there's a picture that came
cosplay,
out.
Guys.
There came a picture on like one of the newspapers or something like that. It's just a picture of this like girl in her graduation robe, and like behind her is Jon Snow. He's just staring into like the distance, and they're like, they said something about other things, and then they had talked to the guy that was playing Jon Snow. He's like, I've been told I don't know anything all day. I'm like, that poor guy.
And he would really feel left out because I mean, this is a graduation from a learning institution, and he just doesn't know anything. That's crazy. Actually, Mark from Tangent Bound Podcast, shout out to Tangent Bound Network, by the way. He was Jon Snow for Halloween. I saw some pictures on Facebook. He was a rather convincing Jon Snow. A dashing Jon Snow, I might add. So, hi Mark, we miss you. Anyway.
Come home.
All right, so we heard what Jake was playing. Hey Heather, what have you been playing? Huh?
I have been what have I been playing? I've been playing. I stopped playing Evolve. I got bored.
Hi, Mark.
I started a lot of games during the 24-hour game-a-thon. One of them was Assassin's Creed Chronicles.
Oh.
I think there's something else I started, but my brain's not working. Oh, I played like 5 minutes of Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, nice.
And then I got confused and left.
Oh, okay.
It was 4 in the morning, to be fair.
Okay.
I was like, I don't know what's happening and I don't care.
So how was Chronicles?
It's actually kind of cool. It's got a really interesting art style. Like, I like the art style and stuff like that. I'm really bad at it because I haven't played a side scroller in a very long time. So I keep getting really confused about going forwards because you have to push right to go forwards, and then I get slightly confused. But it's fun. You have to be super sneaky.
Now, is it just just the Chinese story, or are all three of them? I believe there was one in India and one in Russia.
I thought one was Middle East. I thought one was I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't remember. But they're not out yet.
They're not out yet. Okay.
No.
All right. But this
pretty
one
cool for a $20 game.
Yeah. And when the others come out, they automatically will download and be available, or do you have to pay extra for when they come out?
I have no idea.
I'm
assuming I have to pay for them because it specifically says Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. But I could be wrong. Which is fine. When all three will come out, they'll be basically the same amount as a game. And you get 3 games in one.
Like the Orange Box. I think that was 5 games.
Yes. I actually played that during the 24-hour game-a-thon. I played Portal.
Wow.
That's the only game I played for the Orange Box.
I haven't played any of the other games. I probably should at some point. But at some point at like 5 in the morning, I was like, or no, we played other things. We played has anyone ever played, speaking of Telltale games, has anyone played the Back to the Future game?
Back to the Future game?
It's really bad.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And I forced my friend to play with me, so I'm usually the she's like it's on the Wii, so it's like she's like the main clicker and I'm the nunchuck.
Okay.
And she hates it dearly, but it's really fun to play with her. But she'll still play with me.
It's like I'm the big spoon and she's the little spoon.
She's in there and she's like, why are we playing this? She's like, we've been playing this for 2 hours. She's like, we haven't gotten anywhere. And I'm like, I know, because the game makes no logical sense.
I believe that the first episode of that is free on the PlayStation Network.
We beat the first episode like a year ago, and then we were trying to play the second episode, and they're like referencing the first episode, we're like, I don't know what that means.
Wow. I do not think it means what you think it means.
That's also something like in the Telltale games, because I play them when they come out, except for Minecraft, and I'm like, it's like 2 months ago I have to remember what I did. And sometimes it summarizes it in the beginning, but sometimes it's like, who is this guy? And why do I not like him so intensely that I want to stab him? Like, what's going on here?
There's like, except for like the Back to the Future one isn't like most Telltale games. It's like a point and click and run around thing.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's like, because it came out in 2010. And so I just discovered the other day that it was a Telltale game. Like, they didn't even put those two together as them because it wasn't. I haven't played a Telltale game, but I've seen them. So, but like, it wasn't like in the formula that Telltale games are usually.
Uh-huh.
So it was like, oh, it's a Telltale game. I wouldn't have guessed that in a million years.
I think that was their first one, if I remember correctly.
I believe
it might have been.
Or was it Poker Night?
Well,
I can't remember.
I think it was their first point and click adventure. I think Telltale actually used to do the old Lego games, like Lego Star Wars.
Oh.
Yeah.
Weird.
Odd.
Speaking of... Oh, yeah. Wait. Am I thinking of... I'm thinking of either Travelers...
Right now,
wait, it might be Travelers Tales or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that was wrong. Oh, fucking TT, what the fuck ever. Hey, Craig, what you playing?
I would say at least we got the correction on the podcast instead of like afterwards just let it go out without being corrected. Speaking of the
tell us anyway.
The color
nice.
artist, the color artist
for
East
hundreds
East
of
West
fans
is Frank Martin, not Jordy Belair. I was wrong. So
damn it, Jake.
Yeah, I know. Just thought I'd clear that up,
man.
Jake, wow.
Fuck. Jake.
Craig, go.
Yes.
Craig, go. What you playing?
When I can, I've been going back and forth between Black Ops and Battlefront.
Ooh.
Which is hard to do because the controls are different, so
That's
it
confusing.
takes a couple minutes to remind yourself what does what.
How are you enjoying your Battlefront?
It's fun. It's actually a very, very well made, detailed game. Like even the sound is like amazing on it. Like the effects are like right out of the movie, literally.
Nice.
Definitely worth playing if you like Star Wars.
So have you like tried the different game modes, like the objective game modes, or were you just,
a couple. I did
plain
the
old?
training, and then I tried the couple solo battles, and then just some of the like the team deathmatch mode. It's good, and the diorama thing is pretty cool too.
Yeah, it definitely is pretty cool.
Unlock little statues. It's fun.
I can't wait to actually unlock stuff in that. So you and I had a very different experience too, because when you loaded it up, like as soon as it must have installed a lot quicker on your end than mine, because you were able to just jump in and play, whereas I installed it and it's like the update was installed and everything, and I'm like, okay, says it's all ready to go, so I hit start on it, and it said, hey, play as Darth Vader as the game installs. I'm like, what? So basically they I don't know what the fuck are you talking about? So
Who the hell's Darth Vader?
What the fuck is a Vader? Anyway,
the hell is a Darth?
So I jumped in and
sorry.
It was like one room in Hoth, in the Hoth base.
I couldn't resist.
It was like one room in the Hoth base, and you had like 5 snowtroopers with you, and it was just almost like really basic horde mode, because the same 7 rebel soldiers would come out, and you get to use the same 3 moves as Vader on them. And I was hoping that, like, okay, I guess like later on, because my objective is kill as many rebels as you can while the game installs. So I'm like, okay, so maybe they'll send out different soldiers. And for 20 minutes, it was just the same 7 soldiers coming out, and I'm like, all right. After the first 10, I'm like, this is okay. Know how to use all the moves. If I find the Vader pickup on the battlefield, y'all are toast. And then 15 minutes went by, and I'm like, what was that move again? and then like Heather said, 20 minutes in, I'm like, what's a Vader? And then it finally installed and everything. But that first fucking tutorial mission is awesome, because you get to see like everything. It's even more polished than the beta, and the beta was pretty polished. So I look forward to playing that. We're actually playing that this Friday. Friday night's debauchery, which is tomorrow. We'll be playing Star Wars Battlefront over on the PlayStation 4. So
tomorrow,
you have a PlayStation 4, you want to
right.
jump in, and if you want to jump in, shoot me a message, Charlie Danger 82, and we can get you in to play some Battlefront. So, but how are you liking Black Ops 2, 3? Fuck.
There's too many.
Definitely enjoying it more than Ghosts and Advanced Warfare.
That is high praise.
The story is still really out there, but that's all right. The weapons I feel like the weapons and the setup are a lot more fun than the last 2.
Oh, that's cool. Does it still feel like a Call of Duty game, or is it like starting to feel like Deus Ex or?
Yeah, maybe a little bit more. There's some there's like a pinch or a couple tablespoons of that in there, but it's still a Call of Duty game, I think.
I thought you were.
I'm up to the flashback
weapons
part where they send you back to World War II for like a mission.
Isn't that like most of the rest of the games? World War II?
It used to be. Hasn't been in a long time. Probably not since World at War, and that was like what, 4, 5 years ago, ish.
So you're in the future playing World War II.
Yeah.
You're playing World War II?
It's in a...
Just for funsies.
Yeah, it's a whole like VR memory thing.
Ha! You are playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Eat it, you jerks.
So it's like Assassin's Creed, but not really.
This one part, yeah, it's like pretty much.
I meant the one part, not the entire game.
Not
just
the,
to be
yeah,
clear.
just that part, yeah. Not the whole thing.
That's exactly what I meant.
Oh, I looked it up. Telltale's first game was Telltale Texas Hold'em in 2005. And they also made the Sam & Max games. So
That's right.
yeah.
Sam & Max.
And they also made Strong Bad's cool game for attractive people.
Oh, you sound just like him.
Yeah. I was wondering if the congestion would mess that up.
It actually enhanced it.
Okay. Well, I'll be sick more often.
So I I produced an entire play in The Witcher.
Oh, you're done?
Did?
No, I'm not done. But
you
I produced an
play.
entire
Okay.
play. Okay, so there's this character named Doo-Doo. And if you're like me, whenever you hear Doo-Doo, you laugh like a 12-year-old. Which I do, every time. Especially when they say, like, we have to make Doo-Doo come out. Like, well, you just gotta push harder. I need to tell Priscilla what I've learned about Doo-Doo. Well, it's brown, it has different consistency. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's not.
It's not brown.
Yeah, sometimes it's gray.
Or green.
Check your diets, kid. Or green. So, there was a whole lot of Doo-Doo going on. And you had to lure Doo-Doo out into the open with a play. So, it goes through the entire process of, I shit you not. You sit down. Doo-Doo you not. So you sit down and you write the play with a bard. Then you go to a theater. And you ask the person in charge of the theater if they can put on the play. Then you need to go get ushers.
Usher.
And you need to go and get people who will promote the play. So you're covering advertising, you're covering hosting, you're covering the venue, and you're writing it. So, and then you come back, and then you have to cast it because you have options on who to cast as who. And then you have to perform the play.
Are you in it?
Yes.
Fantastic.
So it's start to finish, from writing to performing, you have to produce an entire play. And that's an episode. I thought I was playing for 2 fucking hours. I looked at how much recording I did. It was 46 minutes. I was like, wow.
A lot of work to produce a play.
I guess so. But yeah, so I've been playing The Witcher 3, and I've been playing Bloodborne. I am 2 trophies away from platinuming that entire game. And I would ideally like to do it before the 24th, but seeing as though the 24th is next Tuesday when the Old Hunters DLC drops, I'm probably not going to, because that would involve Max, Dave, and me going into a... Okay. Max, Dave, and me going 5 levels into a dungeon. Yes. Okay. Good. I was able to get that out. Yeah, there's a certain dungeon, and at the very bottom, the 5th level of the dungeon, you get to fight a boss, and you get a trophy for it.
Boss.
A boss.
Fuck. And then
Max,
when you're
Dave
done
and
with
me are
that,
going 5 levels into a dungeon.
because all I got to do is fight that boss, and then I am right at the end of the game with this character, so I just have to walk in and trigger an ending, which will be the 3rd and final ending. Once I get those 2 trophies, I will platinum that game. And
Do it.
I am so psyched. I really want to do it. It's just coordinating the four of us or the three of us to actually be able to play for an extended period of time. It gets a little tricky. So I'm hoping that we can just like producing the play. I'm hoping that we can just push through and get everything done on Monday night. But if we don't, then we don't. I'll just start playing the old hunters and enjoy the shit out of it because it's Bloodborne. Because Bloodborne's awesome. So, yeah, I've been playing two very, very good games that I'm enjoying immensely this year, which are The Witcher 3 and Bloodborne.
Which one's the better one?
Good. Ooh. Plot-wise, definitely The Witcher, because it has a story, a long sweeping arc, and just the natural, the natural dialogue, the story, the characters are every character in that game is awesome in one respect or another. There's no wasted or throwaway characters in The Witcher. Everybody's there for a reason, and you can really appreciate it when you see the characterization of different things, and it covers just such a myriad of feelings and emotions. It's just incredibly well done. But at the same respect, I love the combat, the atmosphere, and the art direction of Bloodborne so much. And when last I checked, I put 116 hours into Bloodborne in one character. And I have now spent more time in that game with one character than I did in Fallout 3 with one character. And
yeah, you played that game for like 100 hours, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I played it for, I think it was either 98 or 100 hours in Fallout 3. And now, with Bloodborne, it's past that now. So, what now? What now?
Fallout.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry. I wouldn't be laughing at it if Heather wasn't, so, we're mutually to blame for this.
Yes. Are you two done snickering?
I think it's cute.
Whatever. I'm not cute. I'm adorable. Anyway.
Why are you adorable?
Bitch, I'm adorable.
Bitch, I'm adorable.
Oh,
you think you're so cute, don't you? Bitch, I'm adorable. Shout out to Team 4-Star. If Team 4-Star ever wants to come onto the podcast, we are more than happy to welcome you on here. We would love to have you guys as guests because we love you dearly.
That's creepy, Charlie.
So,
don't be clingy.
What's that? What? What are you saying over there?
It's fine.
You?
You'll hear it on the recording later.
God. I don't listen to these things after we make it. Are you kidding me? I mean, every single one. Anyway.
Wow, I do that. Jeez.
Oh.
I listen to them.
Yeah.
Yes, I listened to them.
That's why I knew what happened last week.
Yeah, that is very true. You did. And I was very, very impressed. I was impressed, and my heart was just like, "Aw." She actually listened to it. This is a far cry from the days when...
It's really nice. Well,
I don't listen to you guys.
I listened to you guys when I tried to listen to you guys, but I didn't have a lot of chances. But now I can listen to you guys at work, and it's really easy when you can actually listen to something for an hour.
Sweet. See, Craig, we serve a purpose.
That's good.
It's really bad. I'm really bad at
We've arrived.
stopping things in the middle and continuing them later because then I don't know what's going on. So it's nice to have that time.
All right. Well, I'm glad that we can do that. I've also it is good to have a purpose. I'm also playing Halo 5. Doing a video series on it. You can watch that on teamdba.com/something. YouTube.com/teamdba. I don't fucking know. It's youtube.com/teamdba. I say it so many fucking times that yeah, so I'm doing a video series on that. It's weird. I don't like the Prometheans at all.
Oh, they're still here. God damn it.
Oh yeah. Like hardcore, they're still here. And I'm didn't like them in Halo 4, and they're even more prevalent in
I still don't
Halo
understand
5.
where the hell they came from. They're like, they're here now. We explained it once a long time ago.
In a cutscene.
In a book.
In a book, yeah.
In a book.
I was like,
kind of in a cutscene.
Kind of now, but we kind of didn't explain it. I'm like, what is happening?
I just want to play Reach and ODST, really. That's all I really want to play. But
yeah,
the first one's okay.
But aside from that, though, it's an okay. It's okay so far. Nothing has really wowed me yet. But it looks pretty for a Halo game. The multiplayer, I'm not really keen on. Like I said before, the graphics really suffer in multiplayer, but the story is pretty cool so far. It's all right.
I was listening to the Fun House podcast, and
I was saying it weird.
Adam Kovic's actually really into Halo, and he was actually talking about some of the lore, which is actually interesting. But if they actually talked about it in the damn games. But where was I going with that? Oh, he was saying what he thought the game was going to be about, and I thought that was really what he was saying was really interesting. And then I listened to like the most recent podcast, and apparently that's not all the game was about. And he sounds really disappointed about it, and that makes me get sad. Like, I'm sorry, Adam. I was actually interested in your concept. I was thinking of buying it if it was your concept, but it's not.
Well, the thing of it is, I mean, like, it's funny that you say with the lore thing. In like Mass Effect and in Dragon Age, whenever I found lore in those two games, I would read the shit out of that.
Yup.
It was awesome, and the detail that went into it, and even, I spent, over an hour one time just listening to the dude read all the audio things for the different species and different technologies and everything like that. Oh, it's really cool.
I'll say I hack all the computers in Assassin's Creed to get all the shit that's happening.
Yeah, it's awesome when it's in the game.
It's awesome when it's in the game, but also it's pertinent to the story that's happening is the biggest issue.
Yeah.
It's like you're not telling us information that has the lore that explains why these people are here. And they're like, they're just here now. You have to read the books to understand why they're here. I'm like, but that's not the story part.
Did that in Destiny.
That's why I'm playing the game.
Like this dumbass grimoire.
Grimoire.
You can only... No, grimoire.
Oh.
Grimlock.
The grimoire, which you can only fucking access on Bungie.net, as opposed to just having like a cool like little thing that you could read in game. Or fuck, you're in an entire city. You're in the last city on Earth. Why not make a little library that you could go into and view all these things? You have a locker where you can store 17 of the same fucking weapons that you can't use anymore.
You just find shit on the ground and pick it up. It's not like, I don't know, I don't understand.
Okay.
Well, I mean...
Moving on.
I mean, so like, you can just find stuff on the ground and pick it up and read about it. Like, there's nothing like...
Yeah.
You don't have to have a whole station. It's not that hard to put lore into a game. That's what I was trying to say.
But they don't have that shit. You have to, like, go to... It's like driving traffic to their website to read all about this stuff. No, give it to me in the game. I don't care about any of the lore in Destiny because it's not readily available to me. I'm not going to go on Bungie.net and go reading through all this shit. When in any other game, it's right there. There are books and books and books in The Witcher that are just right there. And you can read them. You don't have to go anywhere for it.
Like in Assassin's Creed, you have a whole database. So you can just go look up anything. It's like, well, this is what I want. I just want to look at the thing. Yeah. Attempt to read it on my tiny TV, but...
And in Mass Effect 1, shit, a dude could read it to you.
Yeah, he read like half of them, like... But I thought that was really cool, because like, you can just sit there and like listen.
Well, that's like with BioShock. You could just play it while you're going along with the game.
Yeah, the audio logs.
Yeah. It's because you can either... BioShock has its it's like main story arc, but there's like so much that happens that you can learn about to make more in depth to the game. So it's like it's not pertinent to the story, but it's also does make the story interesting.
The one BioWare game that I didn't read like all the codexes was like Inquisition, just because like the way they were set up was like it didn't really appeal to me to go read them all. And also I felt like I've been through like 2 games of this, so like I really don't need this in my life. I guess I was kind of the same way in Mass Effect 3. I just didn't really read a whole lot of them unless like there was one that stood out and I was like, I don't know what that is yet. So
yeah.
I didn't read a lot in Mass Effect 3.
But I mean, if I have to go to another source to learn about what I'm supposed to be doing in a video game, it's not. No, if it takes me out of the game, if your game isn't self-contained enough to explain everything, if I have to go elsewhere, then it's not a good game.
I mean, you could also put it elsewhere, but have it in your game.
No, I think it's just really a marketing thing to get you to go to the website. That's really all it is.
Go buy this book to find out what happened. No, I don't want to. Sorry.
The thing that Assassin's... keep talking about Assassin's Creed, because that's my life.
That is the thing.
The thing that was cool about Assassin's Creed was like they had all the lore in the game, but they came out with... for Black Flag, they came out with that companion app, where you can sit there and you can look up all this stuff on your phone. So you can just read it.
Right,
but it's also in the game.
It was also available in the game. Exactly.
So you could. That's what was cool about it. Was like you could read it in the game, or when you're bored and you don't have your Xbox with you, you can sit there and read the stuff.
Oh, so same thing with Mass Effect.
And you could do the stupid ship thing. You could send your ships out from your phone.
That thing was not stupid. That gave me so much money.
I actually thought that was really fun, but
I was bank with that.
I was lovingly annoyed.
But yeah, I mean the datapad that they came out, the datapad app that came out for Mass Effect, you could read all the codex stuff that you unlocked in the game that was available in the game, you know. But for Destiny, it's just like, oh yeah, you've unlocked a Grimoire card, so you can go to Bungie.net and read it. Not here though. There's too much good stuff here.
That would require you not paying us more money.
Exactly. Well, the app is free, so.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I did not know that Commander Shepard was named after a real astronaut.
What?
Alan Shepard, right?
Yep.
Alan. Yeah, you're right. I thought you said Alex. I'm sorry. It's because of your congestion and your fucked up voice. My apologies. With that horrible accent of yours.
Only she was named after Mark Shepard.
With your fucking swamp rat accent over there, Boudreaux. I can't understand a fucking word you're saying, Gambit. Anyway, so...
Whoa! Get wrecked.
A little bitter there?
What's your fucking problem, South Park? You alright over there?
Am I South Park? Because I am in Colorado.
Yes.
Do you know the first...
South Park, it really isn't that interesting. I've been there.
Really?
Damn it, Butters.
Did you not have yourself a time? When not friendly things everywhere?
It was a tiny town and they had ice cream.
Was there ample parking day or night?
No.
People screaming, howdy neighbor?
No. There was a weird fake
fucking
town.
Advertising right there.
There's like a weird fake town, like built out of tiny places. I didn't understand what it was. They're like facades of buildings, but they weren't actually places. I don't know.
Like a backlot in
kind of
like Universal. Wow.
I don't know how to explain it. Kind of
like the town they had to make in Blazing Saddles to fool LaRue's men. Yeah, they're not getting that reference.
I've seen the movie.
Yeah, nice. I just winked at you.
Yeah, and did you have a finger gun too? Because that sounded like a.
Yeah, I did, and I pointed over as if to say, "This guy knows what I'm talking about."
Did you blow it?
Excuse me.
Never mind. I don't want to explain that.
Solid job there, Heather. Good way to go.
Because you shoot the gun and then you blow the tip. It's fine.
Oh, right. So, anyway.
Okay, then.
Well, say why? What a lovely tea party. Wow.
I found a picture of it.
You found it?
Charlie.
What did you found?
The South Park facade thing.
Make fun of you fucking people, too.
Charlie, we're laughing with you. You know, it's not your fault you're not laughing.
He's laughing on the inside.
I'm crying with my heart. Oh, wow. That does look like an Old West type of town.
Yeah, I didn't quite like. It's like a not real. I don't know how to explain it. It's like.
And that's just in the middle of town now?
It's like on the side of town. It's not a very big town. Oh
wow. Okay.
It's like on Main Street.
That's a beautiful fucking sky, though. I'll tell you that much. Damn.
Like
mountains
Skyfall?
in the background? Skyfall. Sorry.
Yeah, those are the mountains where Coors beer is made.
The champagne of beers.
No, I thought that was Miller High Life.
Is it?
we have a Budweiser brewery, which is the water of beers.
That is true.
The water of beers.
And then I drink it to stay hydrated. That's why it's the water of beers.
Oh, I see.
That's why you need beer with electrolytes.
Like Gatorade beer.
H2O.
Is there beer with electrolytes?
I think so.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Is that the Four Locos?
That all the kids are using nowadays.
the kids are drinking. The Four
411.
Locos. Oh.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
That's information. What's the 411? See, I can talk like the kids. I can use the jargon.
They have some really weird beers. There's like one we found that had like a chocolate thing in it. It was beer. I didn't quite understand why that would be good.
Okay.
Chocolate beer.
A chocolate thing in it is like the most disconcerting part of that.
It was poop.
Doo-doo.
Doo-doo. It was doo-doo. Is this doo-doo's beer? Well, it does have the chocolate in it. Well, the tag for this one's going to be beer this week. Great.
Do you want to
see
if I can find more weird ones that I saw?
I've seen like chocolate stouts and such.
They probably don't. Oh, damn it! They don't have them listed. I'm sad. Never mind. There was one that was like the holiday one, and it was like pine. What is it? Pine cones and chestnuts flavored. I'm like, what?
If you want something that tastes like Christmas trees, just drink a fucking gin and tonic.
So I was trying to find. I knew which restaurant I was thinking of, so I was trying to look at their beer list and see if I could find any of them, but they're not listed on this one, unfortunately. But I do have to now read out the description of how Blue Moon tastes, which is aromas of orange, subtle sweetness, creamy mouthfeel.
There you have it.
I hope it means the submarine. Now we know I can do an oolong impression. Didn't know that beforehand.
Yeah. Dude. Do more.
Oh, God. It's damp and moist. What do you want me to say? Well, stepped out on that one. I'm pretty good at doing impressions of people doing impressions. It's one of my skills.
The soup's amazing. What's in it? Miso, onions, broth,
You're a son of a bitch, Krellin.
It's a jiaosu. I'm gonna catch him. Ah, God. Such a good series. Like I said before, Team 4-star, if you want to be on the podcast, just Charlie Dane's ready too. Just come on in. We're going to be having another
This one
has
going
to be a secret guest after Thanksgiving. We're actually going to have a guest on. So
is it Santa?
No.
Damn.
So stay tuned for that. We're going to have a guest on after Thanksgiving. It's going to be awesome. And Craig, get this.
Mm-hmm.
Get this. He's closer to our age than he is their age, so it's going to be extra fucking awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie wants a friend to play with.
I have a friend to play with. His name's Craig. He's right here, but I want another friend to play with.
He wants to make a gang.
You twit.
What?
Gang. I don't think gang really transfers into baby speak there.
You're welcome.
Fucking twerps, all of you.
Get off my
You wanted me here.
I know. All right, did you have some other beer to talk about there? You?
Oh, I can't find it. I'll tell you if I can. I really hope I can.
Well, until Heather can find that beer, I think we're going to call it a podcast this week, kids. A special Spartan podcast.
It's been Halo themed all the way through.
Been Halo themed all the way through. From 117 to racist Nerf guns. We've covered the gamut.
It's all
Flying
you need to know.
with lawn darts.
Flying with lawn darts and
your informational Halo podcast.
Making plays for doo-doo.
Just like in Halo 2.
Just like in
Halo 2. That's why they call it Halo 2. Because you numbered 2.
I don't get it.
Craig, yes you do. I'm sick and tired of you saying that. You get the jokes. You just don't like them. All right? Just come out and say you don't like the jokes, okay? All right, Craig?
No,
okay?
keep doing it, Craig.
It's really more...
Keep annoying Jake.
I only pay attention half the time, really. That's what it is.
Oh. Somehow even more insulting.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
I didn't think it would be. I didn't think it could get more insulting. And it just did. Really is an art form, actually.
You've done quite well.
I commend you, sir. My hat is off to you.
That's not a hat.
It's a space station.
That's not a hat.
I don't know what to follow up that one with.
No, that was a good one. I like it.
Okay.
You got spunk, kid. Anyway, I want to thank you guys.
You didn't even use an accent on that. You had the perfect chance.
What would I have put the accent on?
You got spunk, kid.
Okay.
The words. That's how accents work.
Yeah, but how would I say it weird, you twerp?
What?
That's going to be the new word for Heather, twerp.
Oh, do I get to make a new word for you?
Sure, if you want. Just don't make it mean. Because I can't take that, because I'm old and very sensitive. Anyway, thank you all for coming out tonight and being on the podcast. I'd like to thank you, Craig, for being here tonight.
No, thank you.
And
for being you.
I appreciate that. And thank you for getting us started tonight, because if you didn't get us started, we probably would have been still talking right now and not recording. So
abruptly telling us to start.
Sometimes when Daddy puts his foot down, Daddy puts his foot down. I'd like to thank Jake for being here tonight, and much like Heather making fun of my speech, I appreciate it.
Hey,
what I do.
Hey, you make fun of my speech.
That's what I do. Yes.
Well, that's true. I do. Make
it's
fun
mutual.
Of your speech. It is mutual. Just once in a while, once in a great while, Jake Southern comes out. And the next time it comes out, man, I will be there.
I will never say the words Charles ever again. It's like
you're not going to say Charles?
Yeah, that's the only time my Southern comes out, pretty much.
Hey, Charles! Damn it. Damn it, they found me.
That would be a bad
movie.
That would be a bad Magneto actor, because I would be like saying Charles the entire time. That's a Charles.
You'll say Charles instead of Charles.
Charles. You cannot stop me, Charles. I even had to like brace myself for that and think about it.
He's thinking real hard.
Yeah.
And Heather, thank you for being on the podcast tonight. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So, and now I'm looking at you guys. See, since it's not television, it's radio, I have to turn to you guys and say, and thank you so much, audience. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your continued love and downloads. And thank you for your support. Remember, we put videos out every day. You can check that out on youtube.com/Team DBAH. you can go right over to teamdba.com and check out our pull list from good old Jake over here that comes out every Wednesday where he tells you what comics you should be reading for the week. And of course, this podcast is available on Stitcher, SoundCloud, Player FM, and of course iTunes. Whole archive of it. I mean, hell, this is 117. There's 116 you can check out before this one. If you like what you hear, that is. If you're over there at teamdba.com, you can just click that banner up on top for Audible, and if you subscribe, you get 2 free books. Don't get that on very many websites. That's because we're super good over at teamdba.com. Ain't that right, Craig?
That's right. Usually you only get 1.
Only one.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's 2. I only said that's right, Craig. Didn't say that's right, Jake.
The D and B and D.B.A.H stands for double books.
Shut up. Anyway.
Double books.
So
all here. That's what D.B.A.H stands for.
All here.
Yeah.
Double books, all here.
My controller shut off, and you started saying "shut up," and for a second I thought it was Craig, and I was really confused.
We get confused a lot, actually. Also,
his accent doesn't come out as much. It's not
that's very true. It's only because he doesn't say as much as I do. You'd be surprised.
Sounds like you should. Never mind.
He does sound like he should. All the time, actually. He doesn't have an accent in the slightest. He's normal. And I'm not. Thank you for pointing it out. Thank you for pointing out my shortcomings. My shortcomings. Thanks for pointing out my shortcomings. Now I've gone to
I'm not
Kansas
crazy.
City.
My mom had
Fuck
me
you,
tested.
Jake. Yeah, see? He's genuine. Anywho. What was I? Oh, yeah, and if you're feeling generous. Crapper? No, that's
you said
before
genuine.
and probably
The
after
rapper?
this one. Oh, genuine. Shit, it's been a while since I heard that. Anyway, if you're feeling a little generous, if you want to throw some shekels our way, we have a link right there on the homepage of teamdba.com where you can click on the store for cafepress.com/teamdba to check out the world of merchandise we have available as well. So I want to thank you guys for listening. Thank you for being such awesome people. And until next week, please remember, don't be a hero. Yeah, night.